Ivy Suarez, and today I'll be going to tackle about the Revised Penal Code. The Revised Penal Code, or the RPC, is the main law in the Philippines that actually lists crimes and their punishments. It was made in 1930 and started in 1932. May dalawa pong part ang RPC, which is the Book 1 and the Book 2. Wherein in the Book 1, ito po ay tungkol sa mga pangkalahatang alituntunin gaya ng kung sino ang pwedeng managot sa krimen, anong parusa ang ibibigay, at mga kondisyon na maaaring magpabigat o magpagaan sa kaso. Sa Book 2 naman, ito ay naglalaman ng mga partikular na krimen tulad ng pagpatay, pagnanakaw, at panluloko, kasama ang parusang nakatakda para dito. In other words po, the Book 1 is all about the general rules about the criminal liability, while the Book 2 is all about the specific crimes and their punishments. And today, I'll be going to focus on the Chapter 1, Section 1, which are all about the crimes against person and the destruction of life. The Section 1, Article 246, or what we called the parricide. When we talk about the parricide, it is all about, or this means that if someone kills their parent, their child, whether legitimate or illegitimate, grandparent, grandchild, or spouse, then they are guilty of parricide. The penalty for this crime is reclusion perpetua or the life imprisonment or death. Back nung ito ay ina-allowed pa. And itong article na ito, it highlights the severity of crimes committed against one's own family members. Kasi, di ba, we all know how important family is in our life. Not all times, laging i-respect, and at the same time, hindi sasaktan. Ang pamilya kasi, ito ang pundasyon ng lipunan, kaya't mabigat ang parusa sa sinumang pumapatay ng sariling kadugo o asawa. It is a reminder of the sacred bond that family represents in our culture and society. Now, we are going to talk about the murder naman. Kasi when we say murder naman, parang it's really common sa atin, itong salitang ito. And the Article 2, or Article 248, which is the murder, it happens when someone kills another person under specific circumstances that makes the crime more serious. It is punished with reclusion temporal or yung 20 years na pagkakakulong to death. And there are 6 circumstances of murder. The first one po ay ang treachery or abuse of strength, wherein dito naman, the victim had no chance to defend themselves. Example, inabangan ko yung kapitbahay ko at sinaksak ko mula sa likod nang hindi siya handa. Ginamit ko yung lakas ko, na-abuse ko, nakasakit ako. Yun yung tinatawag nating treachery. The second one naman po is for money or promise. Ito ay yung killing was done in exchange for a reward. Too common. Kapag masyadong gipit sa buhay, madalas nagagawa itong mga ganito. Example, tumatakbo akong mayor tapos inutusan ko yung isang tao na barilin yung kalaban ko kapalit ng pera in exchange for a reward. And the third one po is the using dangerous means. Dito naman, paggamit ng mga tools or methods causing massive harms. Example, nilagyan yung tubig ko ng lason para patayin ako. And the fourth one is the during calamities. Killing during public disasters like earthquakes or epidemics or any other pandemic out there. Example, may bagyo, tapos wala na akong makain, tapos pinatay ko yung kapitbahay ko para kumuha ng pagkain. The fifth one naman po is the plan in advance, wherein the killer thought about and prepared for the crime beforehand. Example, may galit ako sa isang tao tapos nagplano ako na patayin siya sa loob ng isang linggo. Yan yun, kasi pinagplanuhan, may plano, pinagplanuhan na agad. And lastly, the number 6, which is with cruelty. Dito naman is the killer caused extra suffering or humiliated the victim. Example, yung mga drug addict, kasi based on what happened before, yung mga drug addict na to, bigla sila nawawala, tapos makikita na lang yung katawan nila, bigla-bigla, and halata mo talaga na pinahirapan sila bago sila pinatay. Now, dadako naman tayo sa Article 249, which is the homicide. When we talk about homicide, it is when someone kills another person but without any aggravating factors mentioned in Article 248 like treachery, cruelty, and if the killing does not fall under parricide or the article number 246 or murder article 248, then it is considered homicide and the penalty is reclusion temporal or 12 to 20 years in prison. Example, habang naglalaro kami ng basketball, nagkainitan kami ng kalaban ko, tapos nag-away kami, tapos napatay ko siya. Ito yung tinatawag na homicide kasi wala sa plano ang pagpatay ko sa kanya. And lastly, the Article 250, the penalty for frustrated parricide, murder, or homicide. This article naman, it just addresses frustrated crimes like when someone attempts to commit parricide, the murder, or the homicide but does not succeed. If the attempt is not fully carried out, then the penalty may be reduced by 1 degree. For example, if the penalty for murder is reclusion perpetua or habang buhay na pagkakakulong, then the person who attempted to commit murder may only face reclusion temporal or the 12 to 20 years instead. Mas mababa. And ito lang yung mga dapat nating tandaan. Kapag frustrated crime, then the victim did not die, but the crime was almost completed. Example, binaril kita, tapos hindi ka namatay, possible na mas mababa yung parusa kaysa sa murder. And lastly, yung attempted crime, which is the crime was not finished and the person did not fully carry out their intent. Gaya nung example ko kanina. And that would be the part of my report, and thank you for listening.